Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies for the 3DS. Oh wow, what a way to kick off the cosmic turnabout with the trial. Well, I mean, it's always like that in every first episode. But oh wow, so basically we saw the case that had to be abruptly interrupted due to an explosion within the courthouse, which basically kicked off the first episode of this game. So I'm not sure if we're back at present time yet, but let's get started with the investigation. All right, without further ado, let's get started here. Load the data. All right. I guess we're in control of Phoenix of this time, since I see the silhouette. All right. In the middle of the space center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one, a destroyed courthouse number 4, courtroom number 4. Furthermore, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off. Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber. Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on. We managed to clear Miss Woods' name. But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate. Alright, so now we're back at the Write Anything Agency. When are they gonna throw away them noodles? Oh my goodness. We've been there for, I don't know, a long time now? Alright, so Apollo is a tough guy, but this is taking its toll on him. Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by Nate like that on top of all of his other injuries. Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic. I've had some experiences with that place myself. Oh my goodness. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places. You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry, he's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it. It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. We won the court case, yet nobody feels like celebrating much. Alright, enough of this, people. This is no time to be moping around. Now, dry those eyes, both of you. You're the only one crying, Athena. Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over. Take over what exactly? Apollo's space sensor case, of course. as no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance. I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade, right, Daddy? Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run. Wait, right now? Now? We better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy? Sure thing, Daddy. Let's be careful out there. In the meantime, I'm going to bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you. Trucy seems to be feeling a little better. I can always count on Athena to perk everybody with their enthusiasm. Oh, she's back. Don't mind me. Just forgot. I got a few things: wallet, phone, the documents, my bag. Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that too. All right, you two. Let's be careful out there. All right, so we are in the detention center. Oh, well, I guess I didn't see that we are in December. It's almost Christmas time. Only 6 days left. So, our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's also famous. Even I've heard of him. That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago. You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man. Enough of his long sighing. Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard. Apollo told me about you. You're Phoenix Wright, Apollo's mentor, right? Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it. Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. Mr. Wright and I have got you covered. And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about. Wait, don't I know you from somewhere? Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so. I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial. Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere with out of spacecraft. Yikes, he's seriously got to stop depressing himself. Cheer up, Mr. Buck. Starbuck. Mr. Buck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere, that just means we shine like shooting stars, right? Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? After all, that's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars. Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that that shooting stars burn out in a flash. Ah, yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. To the stratosphere and beyond. Okay, we get the point. Yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want. Prepare to get sighed again. Is that really all it takes? Alright, let's talk about the case here. So, you have no memory at all of the incident? I told ya. Back to the old sign again. I'm so ashamed. My memory of the time is as black as clouded, as dark nebula. Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? You got it all wrong. I told them during the investigation too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication. I swear. It is true I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know? Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? That must have been a terrifying experience. But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. I would never take drugs that impede my performance just before a launch. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity. He seems like a completely different person now. This is the face of the astronaut I know. But the tranquilizers were found in your Tranquilizers? Tranquilizers? Wait a minute. Didn't they say that they were anti-anxiety pills? Do you think that side effect? I mean, that must have been the side effect? Drowsiness, like extreme drowsiness with a bit of memory loss. Yeah. See, that's the thing. But I don't know why. I'm done for. If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you. Exactly. That's exactly that's what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it. Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I've been framed. I'll say. They even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. Oops, excuse me. It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small, like about the murder weapon, for example? That knife. I think it came from one of the Space Center's utility kits. Utility kits? Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you can prove whose knife it is. Alright, so the utility knife has been updated. It has the victim's blood on it from a set of utility tools used by Space Center techs. Alright, the Hat 1 miracle. As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right? That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft. You did? What kind of problems? Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner, but I managed to make it somehow with the popsicle and ice packs from the freezer. No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. The darkness just goes on and on forever and ever and ever without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone. All alone. With nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking. I was kind of hoping for an anime cutscene, but oh well. An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space. Outer space! With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission? What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad. I can barely stand it. I want to shake off the Earth's gravity at escape velocity and spin around weightless. But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid? I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. To boldly go, to discover strange new worlds, and to boldly go where no man has gone before. Just had to say it. The cosmic truth is out there, waiting for us somewhere. I think he was trying to reference the X-Files by Mulder. Alright. The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life. No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. One thing's for sure. Mr. Starbucks' passion for space, for space is undeniably the real deal. Alright, the victim. The victim, Clay Turan, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he? Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like master and apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. The mentor and protege. What a combination they must have been. With this encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and go back into space. But now, Clay must have been very encouraging, huh? Yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I hear him shout, "You're fine!" I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine. You're fine. Apollo says I'm fine, and you're fine all of the time too. And I always feel encouraged too, whenever I hear him shout it. Yeah, Clay and Apollo were best buds. They used to come visit the space center a lot ever since they were high school kids. One day, out of the blue, Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Wow. Those two hung around the space center so much, they were like a part of the staff. One time during zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit. And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio. It was a simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear. So I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo's and Clay's secret phrases, huh? I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now. Speaking of Clay, how do you suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder? Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine. But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way he has to exist. Okay, that's enough of that. It's getting very annoying. The whole longest sigh ever done. From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through barred windows. You're fine. Solomon Soul Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be all right. Huh? And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too. Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine. I can't hear you. Phoenix Wright is fine. We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us. Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need is a not guilty verdict. It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. Okay, Mr. Wright. Let's get our investigation of the space center started. Pronto. Good idea. Let's go. Alright, so we're done here. We can finally move towards the space center entrance. Here we go. Cosmos Space Center. We are now at the entrance. Reminds me a lot of the of a center. Well, I'm not sure if it's still open. It's been a long time since that place was ever mentioned on TV or or via newspaper article. But well, we have like two space centers in the Texas area. The first one is the Johnson Space Center, or I think it was London B. Johnson Space Center, and the other one is Space Center Houston. Well, specifically, Space Center Houston, it hasn't been talked about for like years. I mean, I don't see any commercials for it or any advertisement via articles. Nothing at all. I mean, it's a place where they can quote experience what it feels like to be in outer space. Well, in a acting way or something. But I used to go there a few times during my school days. Matter of fact, the last time I went there was, well, it was my freshman year of high school. That was like way in the late 90s. All right. Wow. I was wondering what kind of place this space sensor would be. It almost looks like an amusement park of the future. My thoughts exactly. Yeah. Did you know that they even let the public see their rockets up close? Oh, so check it out. Look at how brightly the GYAXA or Gyaxa logos shines in the sunlight above the entranceway. I really dig the stars and rocket motif. It's got going. Gyaxa, huh? Isn't that the new name for the federal space R&D program? Yeah, but why the strange acronym? I mean, what is GIA supposed to mean for? I mean, well, supposed to stand for? Galaxy? If that were it, then the whole thing would be something like uh, Galaxy Exploration Agency. Which, if you ask me, I'd abbreviate to uh, GAXA or even GAAE, or I have no idea how that is pronounced. I guess so. Oh, I know. Maybe the person who came up with the name just really likes the word Y. I mean the letter Y. This exchange is beginning to feel oddly like deja vu. Anyway, this place is more than just a research facility. It's also a tourist attraction. Tourist attraction? Don't make me laugh. It's a monument to the human race. Galactic scooter, full speed ahead! Yikes! Who's this geezer and what's he want? Look upon me and look well. Behold the great power of space science. Pardon me, but you are... My glorious name is Yuri Cosmos. I am the director of Cosmos Space Center, the center of the cosmos. Boss, that was pretty groan-inducing. If this person is the Space Center's director, then that means... Aha! So, you're the one one of the first to discover Clay's body, weren't you? And who was the first to find the victim? Actually, there were two of them. The Space Center director, Yuri Cosmos, and Detective Candace Arm. That is correct. I was honored to be the very first man in all of space and time to discover the body. But this talk of the incident, are you by any chance the space police? You can't tack the word space onto just any old thing, you know. We're Mr. Starbucks' lawyers. We're here to investigate his case. Oh, and we're Earth lawyers, by the way. Ah, I see. Yes, I've heard about you. In that case, by my esteemed privilege, I grant you permission to investigate. I trust you are appropriately grateful. Now go ahead and have at it. I can already tell he's going to be nothing but trouble. Don't let him hear you say that, or you'll see what trouble really is. Let's just be professional and ask him about when he found the body, okay? Alright, so this is the director of this whole space center, Yuri Cosmos. Anyways, let's have a little talk with him. Yuri Cosmos. So, as director, what do you do here at the Space Center specifically? Defend peace across the galaxy and promote space development in this country. No matter what obstacles stand in our way, we keep going for the sake of mankind. I believe the word specifically is specifically in my question. Attention all personnel, to your break stations. Prepare for break. Oh, I get it. You just wander around and tell people what to do in a self-important manner. That is exactly right. But because I am an important man, my manner is important. Mr. Wright, this man doesn't get sarcasm. Well, there's bound to be some people like that here in the boundlessness of space. What's that? You want to know what it is that makes me important specifically? Very well, I will tell you. I was the central figure of the Hat 1 project. You may proceed to be appropriately impressed. Now, go ahead, have at it. I might be more impressed if I knew what he did for it, specifically. About the bombing. Could you tell us what you know about the incidents from the other day? I refuse. What? Explaining is a job for common folk, not the director of the center of the cosmos. My testimony, which will go down in space history, will be heard in the courtroom. What? So does that mean you'll be taking the stand tomorrow? That is correct. I will be the most glorious witness in the history of mankind. I'm not sure if he really understands what being a witness is all about. Looks like Director Cosmos is the type that only talks about what he wants to talk about. Then let's at least try to ask him about the things he might be willing to open up about. Alright, about Hat 1. The Hat 1 was a rocket that was launched into space 7 years ago, correct? And despite numerous problems, it somehow made its way back home. I suppose it is a part of my job to educate ignorant young folk like you. Very well, I will impart you the complete story of the Hat 1 project. Oh, thank you very much. Hat 1's noble mission was to collect samples from an asteroid, and Mr. Starbuck was the pilot for that flight. Eventually, the Hat 1 reached its planned orbit, from where it launched the Hope probe toward the asteroid belt. From there, the Hope probe began its long, lonely journey into the far reaches of space. Then, after a terrifying struggle, the Hat 1 returns safely to Earth. That struggle was the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right? Oh, that was Athena. Sorry. Rewind. That struggle was when the incident known as the Hat 1 miracle occurred, right? Correct. And it truly was a miracle, of course. Sorry. Correct. And it was truly a miracle. Of course, they had just had to turn the ordeal into a movie. As for the Hope probe, it did eventually arrive safely at its destination. It obtained a few samples from the asteroid and returned to Earth but a few days ago. So, what kind of samples are they? What's in them? The samples are scheduled for analysis in the future. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Turan's murder. Regrettably, we've had no time to inspect the samples due to everything that has occurred. But this puts our space development program ahead of our countries by several years. That's quite impressive. I guess this guy isn't just a loudmouth braggart after all. In the golden age of space development, our predecessors were successful in bringing a moon rock back. That is the greatest achievement in the history of the Space Center. The public fell in love with space and all of its glorious potential. A moon rock, huh? I remember that being big. Our endeavors with the moon rock lives on in our work with those asteroid samples. I want to bestow new hopes and dreams for the future upon mankind once again. That is my mission, and as the man who stands at the center of the cosmos. I hear there's a lot of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every country out there. What? Bite your tongue. It's not for anything so based as money or politics. It's all for the brilliant future that awaits mankind, and all for my illustrious mission. With the recent budget cuts, my staff tells me finances are tight, but I won't hear it. I guess even I guess even a space program has to watch its budget. By the way, you seem awfully knowledgeable about this kind of thing, Athena. Huh? Well, I thought I'd better brush up for the case. Is that so? Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy. I am. Sorry. Well, I will be on my way. As you can see, I am a very busy and very important man. Galactic Scooter, fire up the main engine, max battle speed, and engage! That thing is surprisingly fast. It's a moped. Anyways, I guess we better get going. You bet. Let's make... Did she just quote... Let's make it so. Oh wow. I think she just quoted Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek the Next Generation. Or as how it was said in Fanboys, the movie, make it so. It was just so funny seeing that movie. All right, so let's hop aboard the boarding lounge here. Everything's so futuristic. No joke. So this is where Mr. Turan was murdered. Yeah, this is the lounge. Let's see that diagram of the police made again. Right now, we're in the main building here on the right side on the third floor. Clay and Mr. Starbuck left from launch pad 1 after the explosion. You there! No admittance without express permission. We're Mr. Starbuck's lawyers. We've come to investigate. Sorry, nobody gets in without permission. Not even the police superintendent. Can have Detective Fulbright getting mad at me. So Detective Fulbright is here, huh? Yeah, he's in Launchpad 1 corridor. Go get clearance from him, and then we'll talk. Leave it to me at getting intel out of Fulbright. Let's see, what trick should I use on him today? Oh, Athena, you and your tricks. Well, they do work most of the time, but I don't know if I should be grateful or afraid. So, to get to the Launchpad corridor, we just have to go through that door with the blue rocket on it, I think. Wait, that door. It looks awfully familiar. Good eye there, boss. This is the door Clay and Mr. Starbuck used during their escape from the launch pad. Ah, that explains it. The fingerprint system has been deactivated, so I think we can just pass through. Now come on, let's go. All right, so that's exactly where we're gonna go. The Launchpad 1 corridor. Ooh, all right. Even in space, safety first. So this is it, huh? This is the corridor the two of them used in their escape. Yep, this is the only thing connecting Launchpad 1 with the main building. I see police tape down at the other end. Guess we won't be looking at the launch pad. After the explosion of this whole... oh my goodness, my throat. This whole corridor must have been filled with smoke. And the launch pad itself was probably at a sea of flames. Must have been pretty scary for them. Now, where could Detective Fulbright be? Hey, I think that's him over there. What should I do? Which path is the path of justice? He seems to be lost. That's funny. This corridor is a straight shot. Huh? Ah, it's you, lawyer people. Welcome to the Space Center. And enjoying a relaxing day off, are you? Here for a little rocket sightseeing. We're here to investigate the scene, same as you. Do you have any info to share? Boss, if he acts all reluctant to give us info, we hit him with the whatever we shall do act. I'm sure he'll fall for it. Got it? Are we trying to catch the unruly family dog here or something? Info on the case, huh? All right. I'll gladly share some with you. Huh? What just happened? Detectives and lawyers seeking truth and justice side by side. I like it. If I'm being honest, I miss Gumshoe. Why'd you have to leave, Gumshoe? Anyways, just take whatever you want from me, you info bandits. I am in a generous mood today. I don't know. There's something weird about Detective Fulbright today. Well, we need info, so let's run with it. If you say so. Alright. The crime scene. Detective Fulbright, could you give us permission to investigate the crime scene? There's an officer on guard and we can't get in. Oh, whatever shall we do? That's an easy one. I'll let them know over there to let you in. Investigate to your heart's content. To take a week if you need, a month even. Shall I have some snacks delivered? One of my men gives a mean neck rub. No, that's okay, but thanks. Definitely not the Fulbright I know. Detective Fulbright is acting sickeningly sweet. It's kind of gross, actually. Do you think he hit his head or something? Who knows? Whatever the case, it's making our lives way easier. Alright, what happened exactly? You were at the Space Center at the time of the incident, weren't you, a detective? Well, that's right. I was here on security assignment. The police are required to secure rocket launches now? I didn't know that. Yes, well, you know us, to serve and protect. The explosions occurred while I was here on duty, so started leading the evacuation. I think I said it right. Yeah, evacuation. I was about to say excavation. He's leaving out all of the details, but okay. Could you tell us more about what happened? Of course. A bomb went off on the second floor of the main building. Right after that, the one over in Launchpad 1 also blew sky high. So I immediately instructed the visitors and the employees to evacuate to the shelter. The shelter? That's right. There's an evacuation shelter in the basement of the space center. It's there for accidents and emergencies and the like. So, where were you when the first bomb went off? I was on duty on the fourth floor. It was quite the madhouse, I tell you. The elevator wasn't working on account of an explosion, and the stairs on the second floor were destroyed, so we couldn't go that way. Then wasn't it impossible to get down to the basement shelter? No, we lowered an emergency ladder from a fourth floor window and escaped that way. It was a folding ladder, so it wasn't very stable, but at least it reached to the ground. After I secured the ladder, I left to take another look around for any other survivors. Once everyone else got out safely, I made my way down and headed to the shelter. Wow, what an ordeal! But climbing down an emergency ladder, kind of sounds fun. Thank you for your answers, detective. They were very helpful. Just a moment. I have some more info to share with you. But please, don't tell Blackwell, okay? Wow, and Prosecutor Blackwell usually has you on a short leash too. Well, never mind that. I thought you should know that there was a witness. Really now? Do tell. Could you tell us more about this witness? Sure thing. The witness was a space center employee who was on the fourth floor. While she was climbing down, she looked through a window into the third floor lounge. So she was looking into the crime scene from the outside? Well, that's right. It was a matter of chance that she saw something important. Now, not that I know what she saw exactly yet, though. You don't. You don't? But that's the most important thing of all. Don't you worry. I'll get around to interviewing her soon enough. She should still be somewhere here in the space center. You might even run into her. A fourth floor employee, huh? All right. Thanks for the info, Fulbright. Gee, you sure are being cooperative, a detective. A little too cooperative, even. Yes, well, actually, something you can't talk about. Yes, something like that. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about me. Well, I'll be on my way now. Oh, wow. Okay. What was that all about? Something is definitely going on. I'm going to get it out of him the next time I see him. Okay. I'm not sure he'll talk about it though. Well, we have permission now. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. All right. So we're done here. Let's head back to the boarding lounge. Okay. Well, at least the good thing is if there's a place to in it like to investigate, the game will let us know. Like if there are places that we can't do it, it'll tell us. So, well, not straightforward, but like it'll know that like the examine option will not appear. If it does appear, then you can investigate. Ah, you two. Detective Fulbright has granted you permission to investigate. He also said I should bring you some snacks or give you a neck rub too, if you'd like. Oh, that's all right, but thank you for the offer. Well, it's time to roll up our sleeves and start investigating. Now, let's see. Where's that diagram again? So this lounge is on the third floor of the main building, and according to Apollo, this is where he believes a third party killed his friend. Well, let's stop the recap and start looking for traces of the third person then. You read my mind, Athena. Well, we'll make that our first priority. There's just one problem though. This room. It's just so big. Don't worry. We can use this to help us. A Space Center pamphlet for tourists? Yep. I picked it up at the entrance. The maps inside should come in handy. Let's see. Yep, here it is. A map of the lounge. This is the door we went through to talk to Fulbright. Oh yeah, that's the door with the fingerprint lock. Well, I get this. I guess this map will make things a lot easier. All right, so we get our Space Center pamphlet, a pamphlet for visitors to the Space Center. It includes a diagram of the boarding lounge. Cool. Yeah, no more excuses. Let's track down the third person. Wait, there's just one more thing. What's that strange creature moving around outside the window? Oh, boss, it's just a holographic image. Oh yeah, I knew that. Phew, that's a relief. There should be a button somewhere in this room to turn turn the image on and off. That's what it says in the pamphlet anyway. The only reason you're so eager to start is so that you could push that button, isn't it? And what's wrong with that? Let's just look for the button while we look for clues. All right, fine. Let's get investigating. All right, so now the examine option has been presented, so we can now start investigating. So let's go from bottom to top. Make sure we got everything we need. All right, here we go. So this is where they discovered Clay. Yeah, he was already dead when they found him. let's take a look at the photo. So he was stretched out like this, and huh? What's that thing that looks like a thermos? And that's the thing Prosecutor Blackwell mentioned when I was in court with Apollo. He said that it contains asteroid samples. Oh, right. Director Cosmos mentioned something about that too, didn't he? That they were brought back only 5 days ago by the probe that the Hat One launched. I wonder what they look like. Do you think they'll let us see it? Let's think about that after we solve the case, okay? Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to investigate, because whatever evidence is there has to have significance in the case. So you never know. All right, so we're done with that part. Oops, go back. All right. Alright, we're done here. Let's go right. Nope. Nothing there. We're not up here. Nope. Right here. Ah, there we go. So it looks like there are 3 doors that lead in and out of this room. Well, let's check. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! The Space Center pamphlet. We're here at this place that says Boarding Lounge 1. Here are the 3 doors. Let's call them Lefty, Righty, and Downy. People say east, west, east, and south in a case like this, you know? Details. Anyways, let's take a look at the west door. That door with the rocket icon leads to launch pad number 1. I know because it says here on the map, launch pad 1 corridor. So that's where we were with the detective. It was filled with smoke after the explosion. Right. Next up, the right hand side of the map, or east in your world. That's the door to the satellite dish icon to signify communication, aka the control room. Yep, it definitely says control room. Looks like it has another door on the opposite side. They communicate and exchange info with rockets and probes in space from there. So it's the center of the space center. The space center, if you will. Does everybody start to talk like Director Cosmos after they've been here a while? But it seems that they built a new command center on the 6th floor. That's what they used for the Hat 2 mission. So this control room was empty at the time. Really now? I've always wanted to see if a mission control room, and since we're here, I'd love to do that too, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to. They want to keep curious kids like you out, so the door is protected with fingerprint recognition. Only the director can go through. With that much security, I'm definitely not the one they're looking to keep out, Athena. So apparently The lock is also hooked up to a backup generator in case of emergencies. Alright, new piece of evidence, the control room door lock. The door lock to the east, it can only be operated by the director. Backup power lets it function even when the power goes out. Okay, what about the last door? This lower door, oh, excuse me, I mean the south door, it leads to the elevators. This is the door we came through when we entered the room, right? Yep, and of course, there was no fingerprint device, so it's open to anyone. But the elevators weren't working at the time due to the explosion. Well, that's about it for the three musketeers of the boarding lounge. Thanks. Understanding the layout of the lounge should help us understand the case. That's why I thought we'd better have a good grasp of... Oops, I think I missed something. A good grasp of where all the doors... Alright. Let's go back right here. Because we still got places to investigate. A window. And it's right next to the holographic image too. I bet it's here to help people see the stark contrast between reality and virtual reality. Way off, it says emergency ventilation. You know, to clear smoke from a fire. See, it's pointing out the virtual insanity of reality. Oh wow. At first glance, it looks like a peaceful landscape, but then there's that creature. Didn't the Hope probe go to some planet? Maybe this is what its surface looked like. I don't know. I think it would have made the news if they discovered a creature like that. It did make quite a bit of news though when the probe came back. Yeah, but the Hope probe didn't even go to a planet. It was an asteroid. That's a big rock kind of thing. Even aliens can't live there. All right, those chairs here. That's some pretty futuristic looking furniture over there. According to the pamphlet, those are no ordinary chairs. They're like amusement park teacup rides. You can even power them yourself, it says. If you spin the table, your chair spins too. Why would anybody want to have something like that here? It's for astronauts who have trouble with the device on the ceiling. No vertical spins. It says it's a training device that's easy on the eyes and on the body. Can a person really call themselves an astronaut if they can't handle 0G? And I think that's it for this. Oh. No matter how I look at it, all I can think of is a torture device. But I guess it's a training device for getting used to 0G or zero gravity. Uh-oh, Athena has an odd glint in her eye. Is she thinking about trying that thing out? I should try to stop her, but I'm afraid she'll just muscle me. Well, she'll just out muscle me. Hey, Mr. Wright, look at that up there. Oh, I see scratches. Some kind of fragment. It's stuck in tight. Oh, so that's what the glint was all about. That color looks familiar. I think it's a part of an oxygen tank. Oxygen tank. I think you're right, but if that's here, then it means Clay's tank ruptured after they arrived at the boarding lounge. So Prosecutor Blackwell's theory and Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay down the ladder must be wrong. This proves that both of the astronauts were alive when they reached the boarding lounge. So Apollo was right. The scene of the murder wasn't the launch pad. Way to go, Apollo. Alright, so I think that's it for this area. Let's move here. Alright, oh, wait a minute. Okay, never mind. These are apparently oxygen capsules. They're for recovery after a training session. I wonder if they can change your voice. Testing, 1, 2, testing. That's helium. Not huh? It didn't do a thing. It's not helium, Athena. It's oxygen. That's funny. Oh, a mirror. How thoughtful of them to put one here. Thoughtful? So the ladies can fix their makeup. One's appearance is just as important in space as it is on Earth, you know? You never know when you're going to run into some other life form after all. I doubt anybody who thinks like that would ever become an astronaut in the first place. Oh, wow. Anything else? Alright. Nothing's blinking red. Alright, next area. Alright, Alright, door. Let's see. This door is... Where's that pamphlet? Here we are. It's the door to the corridor that leads to Launchpad 1. We went through it earlier when we went to talk to Fulbright. So I guess the security lock must be disengaged now, right? They say the corridor was filled with smoke at the time of the bombing. This thing beside the door, this must be the fingerprint device. Which reminds me, I think Prosecutor Blackwell talked about it at the trial. The notion of a third party in Launchpad 1 is utterly absurd. Just to enter the area from the lounge, one must pass through a door guarded by a fingerprint recognition device. And allow me to state up front that there are a precious few with the clearance to do so. Then does this mean that the bomber's prints were verified by the system, but the number of authorized personnel was supposed to be really small? Voila! Fingerprint powder. I brought it just in case something like this came up. I found it at the office. I've been just itching for a chance to use it. Wow, way to think ahead. Oh boy, here we go. Now, this is where I have to use the microphone on this. so I really have to prepare it. Oh boy. Thankfully I have a headset on, because if I mean, don't get me wrong, I actually have a podcast kit that I got for Christmas, and I would use that for a microphone. All right. Now let's dust let's dust the fingerprint device and see what we can find. You got it. Now to sprinkle some here and a little over there, and meaning we have to do it. Let's see what we have here. Oh, never mind. I guess it did it for us. Let me scoot my microphone just a bit. There we go. Oh, we got something. Oh, it's only a single set of prints. Isn't that a good thing? Sure, we could just figure out those prints. Whose prints these are. Although I doubt we'll be so lucky as to get the culprit's prints on the first try. Well, I'm willing to bet that Detective Fulbright has some fingerprint data. Right, and there's the security footage of this door too. Yes, here it is. It came up in the court the other day. I wish we could see the part of the footage just after this bit. Oh, because that would be right before the murder, wouldn't it? Let's ask the detective. With the mood he's in, he'll probably show it to us right away. Yeah, he's almost too good of a mood today. Let's go see if we can find him again once we're done with this room. I wonder what this big knob is for. It looks like the knob on a stove. Well, it's the same shape, but I think that's where the similarities end. I mean, it's behind a glass pane, a glass pan. What kind of stove would require knob security like this? Well, the knob is straight up and down, so if it was a stove, the burner would be off. Right, if it was a stove. Still, I wonder what it's really for. Something turned on by a knob that's not a stove. How about a rocket engine? If you had to start the engine here, the rocket would take off before you can get in. Then I guess all we can say for now is that it's a mystery knob. So this is the fingerprint recognition device. I guess you put your hand on this mark. Why guess when you can try? Now to line my hand up with the outline. Don't, Athena. That thing's related to the case. Get your prints all over that, and the next thing you know, you'll be named a suspect. How can you be so cruel to a little girl like me? I'm not buying those tears, Missy. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Alright, cool. Next up, I think this is the thing that activates that switch there. Alright, so let's try right here. Or maybe that switch activates this little thing. A trapdoor, maybe? Because I see something. I think this leads to the trash can? At least that's what I'm thinking. Alright, let's see. What's this? A trapdoor? It's a trash chute. The cleaning robots throw the garbage out from here. The robots do the cleaning? What a futuristic world we live in. I just hope they don't revolt like they do in science fiction movies. No way. All the robots here are very nice. Actually, wasn't there one in the Launchpad 1 corridor? We can go say hi to it if you want. Alright. Ooh. It's like a piece of the moon or something. Here's another amazing piece of equipment. Walk on the surface of the moon, it says. Oh boy, I want to try it. Gravity is weak on the moon, so I bet I can do mid-air somersaults. We're still on Earth, remember? Besides, it's connected to the ceiling. Well, at least I can jump really high. There's a sign on the wall that very clearly says, "Don't jump too high." Then, what good is this thing? Didn't I say in the beginning, walk on the surface of the moon? Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I see something shining. Hey, I see something shiny down there. Let's take this cover off, then... A bullet! What's this? It looks like a metal jelly bean. It's really small, but it's a bullet. It's only about 2 to 3 millimeters in the diameter. Let's see, that would make the caliber 10. Caliber refers to the diameter of a gun's barrel, right? Yes, but I've never heard of a .10 caliber gun before. This bullet must be for a special kind of gun. I bet if you tried firing a bullet this small with a regular-sized gun, it would just fall right out. Yeah, it must have been a really small gun. I wonder how the bullet ended up here. I mean, we're in the bottom left on the south door side of the room, according to this map. That's pretty far from where the Clay's body was. Maybe the police didn't think to look here. Yeah, leave it to Fulbright to accidentally hand us just the card we need. All right, so we get a bullet. Discovered in a gutter that runs along the south wall of the boarding lounge. It was fired from a .10 caliber handgun. Alright. So we can't pick it up. Well, we did take a picture of it. Alright. Anything else? I think that's it. Oh, camera. This must be the security camera that recorded the astronauts making their escape. Oh, let's commemorate of this occasion with a love and peace. If you're done now, shall we move on? Yeah, okay, but just one more for the road. Peace. Very mature. Oh, come on, it's just taking pictures. How is that uh, immature. Alright. Oh, what about this side here? A bright purple sky of greenery and a tranquil lake. The idyllic scene stretches as far as the eye can see. It's beautiful, but it lacks something to make it truly captivating. Alright. I think that's it. Let's see. Oops, wrong way. Oh, I missed something. There's some kind of panel with two buttons on it here. Just push it. That's the invariable principle of buttons. There are such things as buttons left unpushed. Hey, the giant holographic image disappeared. Yeah, though the side of the wall seems kind of barren without it now. So, still, let's see if we can find anything new with the image off. Alright, so let's turn this thing around. With the holographic image off, the screen is completely black, which for some reason makes me think of losing an argument to Prosecutor Blackwell in court. But at least it got my brain revved up. I come up with my best ideas at times like these. Let's see if there's anything else here. Let's look at the other... Ooh! What do we have here? Point. Hey, Mr. Wright. Take a look at this. It looks like a bullet hole. Great find, Athena. It's pretty big. Whoever fired this shot must have been using a pretty large gun. You think so? Based on my experience, I'd say this was fired from a regular pistol. Well, whatever size it was, somebody fired a gun in here, right? Apparently. This is an important fact. Do you see a bullet anywhere? No, the police might have taken it though. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence. A bullet hole. A single bullet hole was found in the boarding lounge. The bullet itself is missing. Could this be that same bullet that we have? Let's ask Fulbright about this bullet hole later. Welcome to Space Center, guests. Welcome. Yikes! What in the world? My name is Ponko. Ponco. Ponko. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you looking around? Choose one. I will guide you. It's a robot. I am not a robot. I am Ponko. A psychological observation and navigation companion. Ponco. Ponko. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up. Oh, Ponko, I missed you. Huh? Do you know this thing, Athena? Oh, she showed us around the last time when I came here with Apollo. Oh, you're such a good girl, Ponko. That's a good girl. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. So very happy. Wow, a guide robot. That's pretty cool. My name's Phoenix Wright. Nice to meet you. I don't know you. I don't know you. Huh? Ouch, that hurt. Oh, she has to register people she meets for the first time. Please register him, Ponko. Certainly. Commencing a guest registration. Please tell me your name. A nickname is fine too. His name is Phoenix. A bit overly familiar, but I'll allow it. Phoenix. Please let me get a good look at your face. Oh, sure. Registering? Facial registration sequence complete. We are now officially friends. Nice to meet you, Phoenix. Huh? This robot is pretty cute. Yeah, normally I would do the robot voice, but seeing her reminds me a lot of Widget. Which, in fact, it really does remind me of Widget. You made a friend, boss. Isn't that great? Phoenix, Athena, allow me to guide you. Right this way. Oh, goody. Let's go, boss. Go? Where? Oh, a new area. So this is the Space Museum. Okay. Like I said, it reminds me a bit of Space Center Houston. A lot. Well, kinda. Alright. Anyways, where was I? Wow, this place is huge. Oh, wow. What is this place? Is that rocket real? Welcome! The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Learn about the history of our nation's space development and the Hat 1 project. The rocket is just a replica, but it's the same size as the real one. The Space Museum. Oh, here it is on the map. Okay, so it's on the exact opposite side of the main building from Launchpad 1. Alright, so we got another page for the pamphlet. It includes a diagram of the boarding lounge and cross-section of the Space Center. Alright. Ask me anything. I will explain. Alright, so the Hat 1 or project. This is quite the place. I can't believe we get to see a rocket this close up. This is a replica of the Hat 1 that was launched 7 years ago. It's exactly like the real Hat 1, inside and out. Can you actually go inside there? I mean, I know it's a replica and all, but can you actually go inside there? Its little brother, the Hat 2, was supposed to launch the other day. I wonder if Ponko knows why the launch was cancelled. Over there is an exhibit about the launch 7 years ago. Check it out. Spacesuits, photos, newspaper articles. I'd like to come here again on a day off. Hey, what's this photo of? Phoenix. That's the staff of the Hat 1 project. Oh, there's Mr. Starbuck. He looks so young and so different. And that's... What is it, Athena? Is something wrong? Oh, nothing. I just thought Mr. Starbuck looked really young too, that's all. Well, it was 7 years ago, after all, so the young guy standing next to Mr. Starbuck is Clay Terran, the victim. So they were mentor and protege even way back then. And he's even got one of the staff jackets. He looks just like a regular staff member. No, Clay was still a student then. He just borrowed one of Solomon's old jackets. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Clay would have still been in high school 7 years ago. Everybody looks so happy. This space museum is great. What fantastic exhibits. This area used to be Launchpad too. That's why the only entrance is on the third floor. Wouldn't it be better if they just made a new ground floor instead? There was talk of it, but they had to scrap their plans because of the budget cuts. Budget cuts. We need more money. Who would record that kind of information into a guide robot? While it was in space, the Hat One launched a probe called Hope. The Hope probe collected some samples from the asteroid. Yeah, I kind of skipped it. From an asteroid and returned 5 days ago. That's what Rector Cosmos said too. He told us it came back the day before Clay was killed. And here it is, the Hope Space Probe. I think I've seen this logo somewhere before. Let's see. Oh yeah, the capsule that the victim was carrying. I think it had the same logo. I think it can be seen in the photo attached to the autopsy report. Maybe she'll give me some more info if I show it to her. Okay. But first things first. Launchpad layout. The way the Space Center launchpad is set up is really cool. Would you like to tell me? Would you like me to tell you about it? Would you? The setup of the launchpad? Go gentle on my spiky-haired mind. I want to know. Phoenix wants to know too. Great, now Athena's got a case of ponchoitis. Hooray! I will tell you then. The rocket is built right inside the launchpad structure. When the rocket is complete, it's moved along the launchpad over the rails and brought into a position at the launch site. Isn't it cool? Isn't it? We used to have a big budget, so that's how we could build it all. It's very cool. A grand setup that suits an important place like the Space Center. I guess everyone is hoping for a bigger budget next year, myself included. I'm getting the whole thing. I'm guessing the whole thing is operated from the control room, huh? That is it. But it can also be operated from the new command center too. Either way, the safety lock in the boarding lounge has to first be disengaged. I guess before a big move like that can be carried out, there are all kinds of procedures. I would love to see the launch pad being moved. When's the next one scheduled for? Searching data. All future plans have been put on hold. Because of the bombing and the murder, I'll bet. Which is perfectly understandable. Well, when was the last time it was moved? Searching data. I'm sorry, that answer isn't in my answer database. I guess Ponko can only answer certain questions. Alright, so let's present the, let's present, Ponko with the autopsy report. Let's go back. Present. The autopsy report, because it does have all the info we need. Ponko, do you recognize this capsule here in the top right? Checking registered data. I know. It's the Hope capsule. It was carried inside the Hope probe. It contained the asteroid samples, right? Yes, it was designed to store the samples gathered by the Hope probe. It's been stored in the safe in Launchpad 1 ever since it returned to Earth. It must not be removed. It must not be removed. Don't worry, Ponko. The people in charge already know what happened. They do? They do? I must ask them later. So the capsule was being kept in Launchpad 1, huh? Maybe Clay was trying to carry it to safety after the explosion. The Space Center staff must have been really excited to finally get the capsule back. But it's a pity this said it occurred before they got a chance to check the contents. Well, the police took it as evidence, so they'll have to wait a little longer. All right, so we get our next piece of evidence: the Hope capsule, found in the victim's possession. It recently returned from a 7-year mission and contains asteroid samples. Well, we certainly learned a lot about the Space Museum. Thank you, Ponko. You explained everything very well. I love to explain. Thank you for listening. Thank you. You two are like old friends. It's hard to believe you just recently met. It's because Ponko is so friendly. Well, what should we investigate next? Let's go find Fulbright. We have things to ask him about. Let's see, the security footage, the fingerprint data, was it? Okay then, let's go back to Launchpad 1 corridor. Bye, Ponko. See you later. Come again. And don't forget to visit the gift shop. Poor Ponko. What a Dickinson life we all are forced to lead. I think that's everything, right? Oop. Is there anything else that we have to talk to? Nope. Alright, we're done. Alright, so I guess we can finally head back to Fulbright now. Let's head towards the boarding. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. What should I do? What path is the path of justice? There's Fulbright. He still seems to be lost, even though it's a straight corridor. Let's hope he's still in a cooperative mood as well, then. If he doesn't cooperate, then I'll just have to use my powers on him. You mean that lady in the distress bit? Alright, so... I wonder if I have to send him with something. I may have to. I probably may have to. Alright, so... let's talk. Bullet hole at the scene. You found a bullet hole in the wall at the crime scene. You did? Our team found that too. It was a Detective Arm who fired that bullet. Detective Arm? That's right. A warning shot for the defendant. Was it really such a high-threat situation that she needed to do that? I'm afraid I don't know the details. What with a Detective Arm gone and all. But I thought there were two people who discovered the crime scene together. We already know Director Cosmos will testify, so tomorrow will be all about what he knows. Hey, you're pretty smart. That's exactly what we're planning to serve as the main course. I hope it goes down easy. Alright, fingerprint data. Detective, we'd like to run a comparison on some prints we found in the boarding lounge. Oh yes, I just happen to have compiled the print data of everyone related to this case. I can always make another copy for myself, so it's all yours. Consider it a gift. This is quite a bit of data. Well, when I said everyone, I meant it. Prosecutor Blackwell said to dig deep, so that's what I did. It sure took a while, though. Whoa, he got Apollo and my prints too? He even got prints for all of the robots. I guess when Blackwell said to dig deep, Fulbright didn't bother to ask how deep. Clay's fingerprints are here too. I personally removed his glove during the investigation. We had to get his fingerprints to confirm his identity after all. I still can't believe you took off his glove to get his fingerprints. Yeah, well, you can't blame me for thinking they're important in this case. There are a lot of doors that require fingerprint verification in the lounge. So depending on whose prints we find, it can completely change the tide for both sides. Makes sense. After all, the culprit's prints did get them past the fingerprint lock somehow. Oh, and take this picture. It might come in handy. Isn't this just a photo of the launchpad door? Yup, but Prosecutor Blackwell seemed really interested in it for some reason. Huh? What's so important about this door? Beats me. I'm gonna guess it's that switch. And I get the feeling that switch opens up that trapdoor to the garbage chute. That's what I'm guessing. Beats me, but boy, could you see the gears in his head going into hyperdrive at it? Sounds like it's going to be a major point of contention tomorrow. Hey, don't forget our pretty comparison, boss. Right. Detective Fulbright, do you think you could run a test for us right now? You just leave it to me. In justice we trust. Alright, here we go. Analyzing fingerprints. Okay, here we go. Well, it looks like it was Mr. Starbug who opened that security door. He must have opened it when they went to go aboard the rocket. His heart must have been full of hopes and dreams for his space adventure right then. Alright, so the door lock has been updated. Starbucks' prints were found in this door lock. Also, see photos taken after the incident. Alright. What else is there to show Fulbright? What about... the camera footage. Detective, about the security footage that was taken by the boarding lounge one camera. Oh, that footage. Go ahead and ask me anything you'd like about it. Is there any way I could see a little more of the part just after this? Easy as pie. I'd be glad to show you. Here we go. Huh? The screen went blank. Yes, apparently the after effects of the explosion damaged the wires. So there's no footage after this point. Why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Alright. Update. Video showing the defendant and victim escape from the corridor. The video ends immediately after this scene. Oh, excuse me. Something definitely seems to be up with you, detective. You're unusually cooperative. Well, I just figured if we work together, we'll get that much closer to justice, right? But it seems like something's really been bothering you. You don't have you don't have some ulterior motive, do you? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I would never do anything like that. Uh-oh. Guess what's back? The Cyclox system. It's been a while, but those are definitely Cyclox. And now you're hearing an updated version of the Cyclox thing. No, actually, that actually did appear in Apollo Justice. Honestly, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I prefer the original one in the DS version a lot better. Alright. Did you just mouth psyched? Is there something I should be psyched about? No. Cyclock. It's a system of locks on the secrets in a person's heart. Isn't that supposed to be kept secret? I can see when people are trying to hide those secrets by using the power of this Magatama. Presenting evidence can break those locks and reveal any secret they're hiding. Mr. Wright, how much did they bilk you? Bilk you out for that piece of rock? If you've been swindled, I know some lawyers I can introduce you to. I'm more than capable of representing myself. Thank you very much. This ain't the first time. I'll refer to the second case of the first game. Well, the last trial of the second case. It isn't some kind of fraud. It really works. A friend gave it to me a long time ago. But I guess seeing is believing. Allow me to show you. I can use the Magatama on him by clicking on that on the icon, and here we go. Why you're being cooperative? I think you're hiding something, detective. So why don't you just tell us about it? Man, I haven't seen this Cyclock system since last game, actually. Alright, what to do? Which path is the path of justice? Detective Fulbright is really in agony. I bet this is the issue he's so torn up over. But what? Life, love, justice. I guess I'll go with justice. I really understand what's been bothering you, detective. I truly do. Something happened that goes against your principles. Isn't that right? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Until the explosion occurred, everything was just fine. Is that a fact? Yup. Peaceful as peaceful can be. Everyone whistling a happy tune as they did their job. You never saw a more relaxed guard detail for a routine rocket launch. I don't think the guard detail was as relaxed as you claim, as long as this existed. And thus we present... Where is it? The evacuation report. The bombs went off despite tight security. Police officers and riot police who had been standing by to give the evacuation instructions. Before the explosions, what was supposed to happen here was a rocket launch. And yet security was so tight they even brought in a special task force. I'd hardly describe that as a relaxed guard detail. Now, hold on just one moment. The entire nation had their eyes on this extremely important rocket launch. That's why I was called in on a special security detail. As versatile as you are, I can certainly believe that's true. But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the outset. Man, that this person would be a part of that detail from the outset. But who's he talking about, though? But I say it's very strange that this person would be part of that detail from the out. Oh, he's bummed out about someone. You don't think... Let's hope I'm right about this. Candace Arm, a detective who specialized in bomb cases, was on detail at the Space Center, one of the first to find the body. I'm gonna take a guess here. The Detective Arm specialized in bomb cases. The fact that she was here on hand means that you people knew there was the possibility that a bombing would occur. You got me, Mr. Wright. Unlocked successful. Phew. All right. Start talking. So yeah, start talking. Alright, I concede. You win. It's just as you say. A few days before the launch, they were warned about a potential bombing, but the plan to launch went ahead in spite of the threat. But why? What were they planning to do if someone got hurt or killed? Yeah, I know. The decision to move forward wasn't exactly just, was it? How was the warning delivered? By phone and directly to Director Cosmos. But the police department instructed everybody to keep it under wraps. That's a big thing to keep quiet about. No wonder you were so upset. But it's not only that. I've been distraught about Prosecutor Blackwell as well. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, as his handler, I'm sure you have a lot of difficulties. That's not it. It's a question of justice. I've been wondering about it. Why he's allowed to stand in court. The reason he's still prosecuting... Detective Fulbright, please tell us everything you know. Well, I guess we're finally gonna shed some light on Blackwell's case. I mean, despite being an inmate, he was still allowed to prosecute. But the question is, why though? Well, hopefully this might explain. Well, talking to you folks about it would definitely be breaking the rules. Never mind that. What are rules but things to be broken, right? Well, to tell you the truth, having a prisoner act as a prosecutor is highly irregular. I think we guessed that much. So, why is it being allowed? I've been wondering about it. So you weren't told why either, huh? No, I guess the order came from pretty high up the ladder. I hope I'm right about this, but I'll leave that for later. Yeah, it would have to have, but Prosecutor Blackwell told me once. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of 7 years past continues even still. 7 years past? A phantom, huh? And not one of the friendly variety either, I gather. haunted for 7 years. This phantom of 7 years past. Any idea who or what he was talking about? Not a clue. But he seems to think that this phantom is behind this whole incident somehow. Wait a minute. He thinks they may be connected to this case? Yup. This case has way too many some similarities to what happened 7 years ago. And I just realized I think I made a little mouth noise there, so I apologize. Alright. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too. And in both incidents, a threat was issued via telephone. So that's why Prosecutor Blackwell thinks this incident is the work of the Phantom. Well, that's not the entire reason. I mean, if you want to talk about 7 years ago, that's when Prosecutor Blackwell was found guilty of murder. That messy case is what started the whole dark age of the law. So you see how this Phantom and Prosecutor Blackwell's conviction might be related. Yeah, I can see why he didn't think that. This incident and the Phantom, not to mention Blackwell's past, it's almost inconceivable that they would come to a head here. This might sound crazy, but Prosecutor Blackwell can't possibly believe Mr. Starbuck is this Phantom person, right? I mean, he was acting kinda strange during the last trial and all. The prosecution appears to be ready as well.
Silence.
Not yet. I'm not quite ready yet. Yeah. No, I doubt he thinks Mr. Starbuck is his Phantom. But I could get the feeling that he thinks the defendant has ties to them. Which is why he's acting so impatient. He's got a personal grudge against Mr. Starbuck. And that's not real justice. I've always trusted Prosecutor Blackwell's judgment until now. But this time, I'm just so overwrought about it all. If he's lost his ability to think rationally, I'm afraid it might lead to a false conviction. I've never seen Fulbright so tormented. This must be why he's been so cooperative. Well, don't worry, that's exactly what we defense lawyers are working to prevent. I feel bad for Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm going to be rooting for your team this time. But don't tell him that. You have to promise me you won't will. Like I said, I just accidentally made a mouth noise there, so apologies. Detective Fulbright, I guess I was wrong about you. I swore to reform Prosecutor Blackwell and make him a valued member of society again. So I can't just sit by and watch him give in to his emotions and tear the defendant apart. You are the only ones who can stop him in court. You really care and what's best for Prosecutor Blackwell, don't you, Detective? Leave the courtroom to us. It's not like we want a guilty verdict either. I was hoping you would say that. I'm really grateful to the two of you. To show my thanks, I'll give you another bit of information. It's about the eyewitness. I saw her hanging around the space center entrance a little while ago. But really? Then let's go find her, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you two, I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm going to work extra hard to find that perfect piece of evidence for you. In justice we trust on 3. 1, 2, 3. In justice we trust. Okay, later. There he goes. Wait. Were we supposed to say in justice we trust back there too? Let's go see that witness now. Alright, to the entrance we go. Alright, here we go. The witness must be around here somewhere. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, don't tell me the witness is a robot. Hello, come over here. Hello, hello. Are you sightseeing? Are you lost? Are you... I am Klonko. Shall I guide you? Guide you? I don't know why, but this robot is kind of freaking me out. Hey! You're not supposed to be wandering around? Again? I've had it with you, hunk of junk. I'm outside. Am I wandering? When did this happen? Okay. Welcome back, hunk of junk. You don't know how close you came. If you didn't snap out of it, I was going to put you on the curb on trash day. Nothing works better than a 42.5 degree karate chop. That's pretty specific. Excuse me, but are you the one who witnessed the murder? Oh, and I'm Phoenix Wright, the lead attorney for this case. How do you do? Big shot lawyers, huh? I'm or Blackwell. I'm a researcher developing robots here at the Cosmos Space Center. Blackwell? Could she be? And this good for nothing robot is named Hunk of Junk. My name isn't Hunk of Junk. My name is Klonko. That's me, Miss Aurora. Quit complaining. Your model number is Ponko too. But Miss Aura, everyone calls me Klonko. Quit your squawking already. No, what are you doing? No, don't. There. I bet you won't be talking back now. I will obey completely. Yikes, I better watch what wires I cross with this one. So yeah, this is Aura Blackwell. If you're guessing why does that sound familiar, we'll get to that in a sec. I think. Hopefully we'll get some more details out of her. Your last name. Your last name is Blackwell. Do you have a relative in the legal profession? You are correct. Simon Blackwell, who used to be prosecutor, is... Shut up! Only speak when I order you to speak. Simon is my little brother. You know him? Yes, we met him in court a few times. Right, Athena? What a dull creature. Has her switch been turned off? Athena being shy. This is new. Oh yeah, I heard he was prosecuting again, despite being a prisoner. Why doesn't he just stick to solving disputes among inmates in prison, right? Hey, what do you think, hunk of junk? Gah! Oh, Miss Aura, that hurts! I'm asking you a question. Why don't you answer me, useless hunk of junk? But Miss Aura, you told me to only speak when you order me to speak. I told you to never talk back to me. You're worth more a scrap. Robot abuse, hog attacks. Blackwell family life must sure be interesting. Well, do you have any other questions? Wait, of course you do. You're a lawyer. It's not like I'm on Simon's side or anything. I just want to get this over with. Alright, the witness. So, you're the person who witnessed the incident? That's right. I was on the fourth floor of the main building, in the robotics lab. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder, like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. But it was such a pain. Why couldn't they have used ladders in the other rooms? It must have been a very troubling experience. Probably best to just humor her here. Then, as I passed by the third floor boarding lounge window on my way down, I saw the crime as it happened. And that's about it. So you saw the crime as it happened, and that's about it. I see. Wait, what? You saw it being committed? This is no time to just nod and repeat. So you saw into the third floor lounge? The very scene of the crime. That's right. There's a small window on the right side of the room. I looked through that from the outside. The room was pitch black, but I saw a shady figure holding a lighter in their left hand and a knife in their right. That must have been the culprit. Did you see who was that person? Of course not. The power was out on that floor then, and there was only that tiny window. I see. But did you witness the moment of the murder? Yes, I saw the figure with the lighter raise their knife, and it happened at precisely 10 a.m. Did you witness anything else? Did the killer have any distinguishing features? I already told you, it was pitch black in there. Although, I didn't notice that lighter the person had in their left hand had a pretty ornament on it. It looked like a planet. It was blue, like a little Earth emblem. That had a good taste of knickknacks anyway. An Earth emblem on the lighter? I better remember that. Alright, so we get Aurora's statement here. Thank you for your statement. We'll definitely prove Mr. Starbucks' innocence with it. Yeah, right. I won't hold my breath. Pardon me? Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Sorry. I just detest lawyers, that's all. don't you like about lawyers? It's just an instinctive dislike. But don't feel bad. I hate prosecutors even more. That didn't make me feel any better, actually. So yeah, why does she hate lawyers? Why do you hate lawyers so much? Little thing from my past. The whole legal system is meaningless in the first place. I certainly don't agree. I mean, people are imperfect. They lie, they influence by silly emotions. You can't expect such imperfect creatures to uphold a reasonable system of law. Was she involved of how this dark age of the law came to be? Who knows? I like robots much better. Even sad sacks like this one. Hey you! Look alive there! Yes, yes, here I go! I am the ultimate... yeah, I'll just... Alright, that's enough out of you. You're getting a little too carried away. Huh? What was I doing? Yep, I like robots much better. At least you can make them any way you want them. Unlike humans, with their petty emotions and constant worries. How can you say such things? Feeling emotions? Worried about the things we care about? That's what makes us human. Well, the girl finally talks, and she starts with the speech. That's what makes us human? You mean getting angry and snorting like that? Rational thought. That's what separates humans from animals. Unfortunately, your reasoning capabilities are more akin to that of a clever little monkey. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. It must be nice to have such a simple mind. Can I punch your boss? You get a hold of yourself, Athena. Humans certainly are absurd. I said you were clever, didn't I? Poor thing. Oh, we're gonna show you a thing or two in court, Miss Blackwell. You'll see. Tell me, with people like you in charge, how can I possibly trust the legal system, So she distrusts not only lawyers and prosecutors, but the whole legal system? What in the world happened to this woman to make her so bitter? Even if somebody important to me was killed, I would never wish to see their killer brought to trial. Besides, I'd rather kill them myself. You can't be serious. That thing you're wearing around your neck. Oh, this? Around Athena's neck? Does she mean widget? Oh, I get it. Well, well, Her Royal Highness has returned at last to her castle. Her Royal what? Is she talking about Athena? By the way, I heard the rumors. Our director is going to be the star witness in court tomorrow, right? Director Cosmos. Yes, that's right. You poor things. You'd better be careful. That old man is a big liar and a huge braggart. What? He might seem like a bigwig, but the center has all kinds of problems. He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. But what in the world is that? Oh, it's water. But it's your problem, so why should I care? What? That's it? No friendly tips? No good luck, guys? Just splendid. I'll leave you to your woes. Come on, hunk of junk. It's sad to me that she doesn't believe in our legal system anymore. She must have had a very bad experience to make her feel that way. Why do I get the feeling that this whole thing revolves around Blackwell? Something must have happened to make this dark age of the law happen. Hopefully our questions will be answered as we progress through this entire story. Are you alright, Athena? You seem very down. I just can't believe she said all those things. Wow, she's really upset. Has she been trying not to let it show all this time? Well, I guess it's not all that surprising. You hear about fabricated evidence and false indictments on the news all the time. You mean the whole dark age of the law nonsense? I'm so sick of hearing about it. Well, all we can do is believe in what we're doing. Yeah, you're right, boss. I agree. Maybe it's time we went back to see Mr. Starbuck. Good idea. We should tell him about the bullet and Miss Blackwell's statement. Alright then, next stop, the detention center. Alright, so let's head back towards the detention center. Alright, skip this. My lawyers are here. It must be bad news. Hey, not necessarily. We found a new witness. A researcher saw the moment of the murder through the lounge window during her escape. Really? So they're gonna let me go? Unfortunately, it was dark, and she couldn't identify the person. I should have known. My stars never align just right, too. But we gotta lead too, Mr. Starbuck. The murderer had a lighter with an Earth emblem on it. A lighter with an Earth emblem? Did you remember something? Yep, I sure did. Just a little bit, though. Anything at all would be a help. So please tell us what you remembered. Alright. The lighter. I thought I was unconscious the whole time. But now I remember I woke up for a few brief moments. That's huge. Did you remember seeing anything? A lighter. I saw the flame of a lighter floating in the darkness. Good. What else did you see? What was nearby? It was definitely the boarding lounge. So it must have been after Clay carried me there. In the light from the flame, I saw a dark shadow flickering. A dark shadow. That must have been the third party we've been looking for. Thank you, Mr. Starbuck. You've been more than helpful, you know? If we can prove there was this third person at the scene, and they're the real killer, then you'll be cleared of all suspicion. The key will be whether or not we can identify this person in court tomorrow. At least we have something to go on now, and that's a big plus. I should probably tidy up. I should tidy the evidence up a bit before someone mistakes me for a hoarder. All right, irrelevant evidence tidied up. So what is gone? Let me see. Let's see. Aurora's statement, the bullet holes, space diagram. Well, I don't see anything that went. Unless there was something I didn't see. Anyways. Now that we have a glimmer of hope, I'm suddenly starving. Why don't we go back to the office and treat ourselves to a big celebration in advance? For someone who's highly empathetic, you can be surprisingly unsympathetic. All right. Back to the office. So you found your strategy for tomorrow's trial, huh? Good for you, Daddy. Well, it's one step forward anyway. Hopefully, it'll give us a fighting chance in court. As long as we can find out who this third person is. Now, let's get something to eat. I'm starving. My vote is for Eldune's noodles. Oh, Apollo. What are you doing here? I didn't think the clinic was ready to release you yet. My wounds are fine. Fine. And I'm done lying around. Apollo, you're supposed to be in bed. Leave the case to us. We'll take it from here. Thanks, but that's not an option. Not for me. Apollo. Alright, let's talk with Apollo here. Your injuries. You shouldn't underestimate your injuries, Apollo. And I don't want you overdoing it. I'm fine. I'm not in pain anymore. Besides, they just gave me an IV at the clinic. An IV isn't a cure. An IV isn't a cure-all, mummy man. Anyway, just tell me how the case is going. Have you guys made any progress? A suspicious figure was spotted at the scene. We think they must be the real killer. A suspicious figure, huh? Right. I thought you'd be happier than that. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm happy, and I fully intend to seek Clay's murderer apprehended. Absolutely, nothing will get in the way of that. All right, Clay Terran. Clay was your best friend, right, Apollo? That's right. But best friends since junior high. Sounds like me and Junie. So, well, what was Clay like? Well, he was full of compassion and energy, and he had a really loud voice. If the two of you did voice training together now, I bet you break a few windows. You know, I bet you're right. It seems like only yesterday, Clay was a guy who lived for his dreams. We used to talk about it a lot. He going to be an astronaut, and me a lawyer. We talked well into the night, and even then we never grew tired of it. Apollo, about that jacket. Oh, it's Clay's. I knew it. It's a special jacket that was only issued to members of the Hat Project. He was finally able to get one of his own once he was so elected for the Hat 2 missions. He always looked so proud wearing it. But just when his dream was finally coming true, I still can't believe it. Darn it! It's not fair! Apollo, I hope you don't try to carry the burden all alone. I guess we were both unlucky. My own death was a disaster. I guess you're right on some level. That trial a year and a half ago wasn't exactly the smoothest of starts. That was a rough time for me, but Clay refused to let me quit. You're fine, he'd say. Don't give up. It was right during his screening exams too. I couldn't have become a full-fledged lawyer without him. That "you're fine" of his is why I'm still standing here today. You're fine, huh? I'm fine. You're fine, and I'm fine. Were like your catchphrases, weren't they? Something like that. Sure brings back memories. When we were in junior high, Clay's mom passed away in an accident. But he wouldn't show his sadness to anyone. One night, I found him crying all alone in the school courtyard. Mom, Mom, get away, Apollo! Don't come over here! Clay, listen to me. I don't have a mother either. Huh? I always think everybody else has a mom. Why am I the only one? But, when I start to feel that way, I yell at the top of my lungs. I holler, "I'm fine!" And then, you know what? I start to feel like maybe I really will be fine. Apollo Justice is fine. Okay, Clay. Now it's your turn. Okay. Clay Terran is fine. There you go. Now we're both fine. We're fine. We're fine. What are you laughing about? See? We're fine. You laugh first. I'm fine. You're fine. We're both fine. Thanks, Apollo. When you say it out loud, it really starts to feel real. And as long as you don't give up, you can keep on fighting. That's what we believed. As long as you don't give up. Wasn't there somebody else who said something similar? If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight. Clay called Mr. Starbuck his mentor and looked up to him. I wonder if I can be a good role model for my staff, like Mr. Starbuck. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but I'll be taking a leave of absence. What? Wait. What do you mean by a leave? So yeah, now we've reached that scene that took place at the end of the first episode. That anime cutscene. But honestly, after seeing that anime cutscene, it felt like he was like really upset. But we now have the actual scene here, and plainly he wasn't as upset as I thought he was. You're really serious. Can you at least give me a reason why? When I put Clay's jacket on, I swore to him that I would catch his killer myself. But that's our goal too. I agreed with Athena. We should work together to find the truth. The truth, huh? That's a noble cause. But what if the truth you seek and the truth I seek to turn out to be different? I'm not sure I follow. What are you saying, Apollo? I'm going to catch the person responsible for taking my friend's life in my own way. To take good care of Mr. Starbuck for me. Now I must be going. Goodbye. Goodbye? Did he just say goodbye? I sensed a lot of seething anger and hatred coming from him. And also suspicion. He's not walking out on us like this. I'm going to talk some sense into him. Hold on, Athena. Apollo can believe what he wants, but I believe he's wrong. Even if we take different paths, the truth we arrive at should be the same. I think the quicker we solve this case, the better it'll be for Apollo. Yeah, you're right, boss. All right. That's enough for one day. Make sure you're ready for tomorrow's trial, okay? If he were here right now, Apollo would say, I'm fine. Everything is fine. I just hope things really do turn out fine tomorrow. Oh boy. Wow, this is... Oof, it's crazy. Alright, tune in next time for the exciting conclusion of the Cosmic Turnabout. As the trial of oh, excuse me, I had something in my nose here. Oh no, I forgot his name. No, seriously, I forgot his name. Oh well. Tune in next time for the exciting conclusion, the final trial. So, until then, everyone, take care and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.